Hello and welcome to this tutorial where I will be teaching you how to make a Space Invaders game in Gamemaker Studio. So in this tutorial it will be in Gmail Visual or D&D. It will cover left and right movement, shooting, the barricades that you shoot at, or not the enemies, and side collisions so the player doesn't endlessly drive off into the void. So we're just going to start by creating a sprite SBR player. SBR player. There we go. So we're just going to make it yellow. And we're just going to create a little we're just going to create a little dude here. Yeah. And it's going to be like very similar to Space Invaders. So there we go. That does not look bad. Next, we will create SBR barricade, and it will just be a 4x4 just a 4x4 cube. That's it, nothing complicated. And then lastly, for now, SBR bullet, which will just be the bullet. It will be yellow. Which be a yellow squiggly line type thing. Now you can just do your bullets or your player really any way you want. This is just used for my representation. There we go. So for the bullet, make sure to set the center point to about here, to about the bottom area, because that's where it'll be created. So the player center point to the tip of the bullet right there, that's where the bullet will be coming out. And then barricade, just set it to middle center. Okay, so now we're just going to create an object. It'll be OBJ player. So we're just going to set the sprite to SBR player, and we're going to add the event key down left. We'll set the X variable, which is horizontal left and right. Negative on the X value is left, and positive is right. So we're going to do -4, but then we just ran it now and press left. It would go to -4 on the Y, on the X plane, but we want it to be adding to or subtracting to the X value. So we're going to click relative. So that's relative to the X value. So we're just going to duplicate this and go at key down right and just remove the negative sign to make it positive. Next, just place this man in your room. Make him a bit bigger. That's just my preference. And so we will run the game. So here we have the game, and you can move left to right. I may note that is a bit clunky, and there are several fixes for this. But the most important thing is the fact that you can just go on and on and on way past the game. On and on and on forever. There's nothing preventing you from doing that. So we're going to create something called OBJ solid. OBJ solid. And the sprite is going to be the barricade sprite. And we're actually not going to code anything with it. We're going to just change something up in here. So right in the right event, we're gonna, if object at place, which is a collision, OBJ solid with the player. So this means it's just if OBJ solid is colliding with the player, then copy this. We're just gonna change it to negative, so it's the opposite of what it shows up on here. So we're gonna copy this, paste it in here, and just remove the negative value, so it's opposite of what it shows right here. So yeah, that's pretty good. So next we're just gonna place the OBJ solid. Now I'm gonna change the grid like how to 4x4, so now you can make pretty exact movements. We're just gonna create, so there we go. These will be little side collisions. So let's just test this out, see how it goes. So you collide and you cannot go any farther. However, we are going to, on the OBJ solid, whoops, oh wait a minute. Okay, run that again. Let's see here. Oh, here it is. Okay, it was not showing up. See, you can just not go, but it is showing up right there. So how we change that, we just untick visible. It'll be invisible. So next we're actually gonna want to create the barricades. This will not be that hard. OBJ barricade. Set the sprite as well to the barricade. We're gonna we're currently not going to create any events for it, but next we're gonna create an OBJ bullet. Get the bullet. Now when it creates, which means when it like the moment it is made or created in the room, this will happen. So we're gonna set the speed vertical to -4, and in Gamemaker Studio, up on the Y plane, negative is up and positive is down. So that's just how it's gonna be. And the speed will be faster, -5. Lastly, we'll set the player. We'll do it so that when not key down, because that means they can hold it and then make it in the string of bullets. Key press, which means you have to hold it down and release it up again for it to do anything. So we're gonna do key press space. We're just going to create an instance. OBJ bullet right where the player is. So we're just gonna test this out. Let's see here. So you can shoot bullets. However, I do notice that in the original Space Invaders, you can only shoot one bullet at a time. So we're going to create a variable called can shoot, and we're going to set it to true because it can shoot. Now when I press space, it can shoot would be false. Now we're going to do a step event, and we're going to get instance count, and we're going to get the count of the bullet, and it will be we can have a variable called bullet, and target will be bullet, and if bullet, which is the instance count of obj bullet, is less or equal to 0, then can shoot equals true. Else can shoot is false. So let's just test this out. Oh, I forgot to do one thing. If can shoot, so if the can shoot variable can shoot equal true, then you create the instance. If not, then do not. My cat is there. Not mind my cat. Hello, cat. The cat is in the room currently. So, so if can shoot is true, then it will create the bullet. But that's only if it's true. Okay, so currently it can shoot, but then the bullet actually never gets deleted. So we're gonna make something. If outside room, then the bullet itself will delete. Will delete. So let's see that now. So now you can only shoot one bullet at a time, just like in the original Space Invaders. Now, lastly, is to create the barricade. So we're just gonna create obj. If it's collided with obj bullet, it gets deleted. If obj bullet collides with it, barricade, it also gets deleted. And to represent this, we're just going to create a little bit of stuff. We're just going to create a little. This is very rough and rudimentary. I will later create better barricades. This is just it. Very ugly. So let's just test this out, and then that will be it. So currently you can create any barricade you want. It can shoot through, and best part, it can only shoot one bullet at a time. So, like in the original Space Invaders, which I don't like that much. But so yeah, that is it with the video.